Peter, you've had this boat for quite a few years.
Yes, I have. I bought her when we first, I guess a couple of years after we moved to Vancouver. I'd always wanted a boat, but always sort of lived in landlocked cities. So I spent a couple of years doing research on the types of boats that would work well out here, and I first of all decided on a trawler, and after researching a bunch of trawlers, decided on the Grand Banks.
Now, what was it about the Grand Banks that separated it from other trawlers that you researched?
Just the quality. The quality of the Grand Banks, once I looked at other trawlers and compared them to the Grand Banks, there was just no comparison. The Grand Banks is built like a tank. It's solid as a rock. It's beautifully finished, and everything on it is chosen by the builder to last and work well.
Yeah, I guess that's probably one of the reasons why they hold their value so well.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Because this one, when I take her out, even though she's over 20, well, she's going on over 25 years old now, people still think it's a brand new boat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Now, one of the things that one of the reasons why this boat's in such good shape is that you've kept it in a boathouse for quite a while.
Yes, I have. I bought the boathouse. The first few years that I had the boat, I couldn't find a boathouse for it. I was wanting a boathouse, and then by chance, the boathouse that I now have came up for sale, and I was in the right place at the right time. I was able to buy it. So she's been in the boathouse now for 14, 15 years. It takes 90% of the work out of maintaining it.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of maintenance, you've professionally maintained this boat. I think you.
Yes, I have. I've had the same mechanic ever since I've owned the boat, and he is probably, in my mind, the best mechanic anywhere on the West Coast.
Yes.
And he goes over the boat from stem to stern every year and fixes anything that he sees at all. That's even starting to go a little bit.
What are some of the more unique features about this boat that really intrigue you?
Well, I think the stability is the thing that I really appreciate most. She's a wonderful seaboat. She's very heavily built. She takes any kind of seas. I've been through seas with her that were 10, 12-foot waves, and she just handles it with no trouble whatsoever. Wow. She's also designed very well in that all the things you have to get at are pretty easy to get at. And the ground tackle is excellent. When I bought the boat, I changed the anchor to a Delta 55-pound Delta, and it has never ever let me down. She's got 400 feet of all 3/8 chain on it for an anchor rope. So between the combination of the chain and the 55-pound Delta, this boat has never moved. In I would say probably 90-mile-an-hour winds one time. 90? 90? Yeah, 90.
Oh my goodness.
The anchor road was so tight, I could have walked up and down it, but the boat never moved an inch.
Really?
I kept shining a light on the shore and had the engines running just in case it did drag, but she didn't drag an inch.
Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the more memorable experiences that you've had on this boat?
There have been so many. I don't know which ones to choose, but we have been all up and down the west coast of BC with the boat, with just my wife and myself. I've done coaling from bay to bay, and we've also gone out with friends for weeks at a time up to Desolation Sound and further north. And we've just had some wonderful, wonderful times on her. And she has never ever let us down. Every time we go out, it's just a real pleasure to do so. My wife and I are both very sad to see her go, but we're both in our 70s now, and things are just getting a little harder to do. And we have other things. We're traveling a lot, and our grandkids are getting to the age where they want to visit us every weekend now in the summer and swim in the pool. So that gives us very little time to go out in the boat. And as I say, it's getting a little more difficult too to get on and off the boat with being in our 70s. So it's time to move on.
Okay, you're going to miss it, but
I'm going to miss it tremendously.
Yeah,
she's part of me.
Yes,
I'll be very, very sad to see her go. But it's like everything else; you got to let go at some point in life.
Yes, yes, you do.
She's beautiful, and there's as well as I can ever imagine that any boat being equipped. It's even got forward scanning sonar, so that I can go into a bay and just look around the bay to see if there's anything ahead of me that I don't know about, or the charts don't show. And it just it's got full 110 volt power while you're cruising, because it's got a cruising generator on the port engine.
That's a really cool thing.
It's a very neat feature because it keeps the gas off the boat. You don't need any gas on the boat, which is a huge safety factor.
Yes, yes, very much so.
And also very convenient because everything is electric. The whole galley is electric. While you're cruising, you've got full 110 volt power to everything on the boat. At anchor, it's got a generator which runs very well, and plus it's got an inverter, a 2,000 watt inverter which runs everything on your house banks, and they're big house banks.
Yeah.
I can anchor for a weekend without even turning the generator on.
Yes.
Unless I want to run the main stove in the galley.
Right, so more than enough DC and AC power on the boat.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for those listening into this, be sure to check the full specifications on this. I think that you'll be quite impressed with what you see. So starting in the salon here, you can see that it's the conventional classic layout with a very large settee that would accommodate 6 people quite easily, even 8. Notice the drop leaf table, again in that beautiful classic teak that you just don't see on any of the newer boats anymore. And a couple of chairs, so lots of room to entertain and room to spread out around the table while you're having dinner. Here on the port side, we've got a full bank of drawers. This is great for storage and for extended long cruising. All the things that you see on this boat now come with the boat, the toaster oven, the TV, all of the fixtures that you currently see here are all included. Here in the master cabin, you've got your conventional layout with the double on the starboard side and the single on the port side. This is a great layout. This is not by accident but by design, so that when one is standing watch, like a storm watch, or to keep an eye on the anchor and that sort of thing, the skipper can stay in the single without having to disturb his wife while he's climbing out of bed to check things out. Notice the diesel heater here, the Diesel Dickinson heater, complete with it's properly installed with reflective plate. You've got a cabinet here with a full bank of drawers. And again, just look at this. Just look at the condition that this boat has been kept in. It's just beautiful. So here we are in the master cabin, standing at the aft bulkhead, looking forward through the salon and into the forward cabin. And I'm panning to starboard. A large mirror here, which is very nice. Gives the whole space here a nice open feel. And I'm just going to try to capture the master cabin head here, and again, just in spectacular condition. Very clean, lovingly cared for. It's another shot of this double bed here. And of the single on the port side. You probably hear the throb in the background of those engines, professionally maintained, just purring like a kitten. What a comfortable boat to be in. Here again we have the conventional galley on the port side. Galley up is always a nice feature. A very large workspace, as you can see here. Electric stove and 12-volt fridge. Notice the bank of drawers there too, just tons of storage here. Some nice appointments on this boat while throughout the boat. Like the clock and the barometer. Okay, so now as we're going forward, we go below into the B berth. Just a great space down here, as you can see. And again, in very, very good condition. No leaks in this boat whatsoever. So once again, the forward cabin also has its own head. And I just want to bring your attention to the detail on this teak. It is just unbelievably well kept. There we have a shower curtain